guys, it is Kay and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I am Kaylee, and as always, I am so blessed you guys are here with me today. Yes, you saw by the title, your girl is getting out of a rut. I have been in this big rut for a long time now, and I'll kind of explain more as the video goes on, but I just wanted to make this intro real quick before I get my day started. There are some things I want to accomplish today, and I am kind of, I don't want to say sick, but I've been battling this weird chest congestion thing, and I know probably going out and walking miles is probably maybe not ideal if I do have any type of like respiratory sickness going on, but I feel better than I have past couple days, so I'm going to take that with a grain of salt, and I'm going to actually get out and go on our walk today. Paisley's ready. Paisley, are you ready to go on a walk? You want to go on an adventure? She's probably very ready to go because we've been cooped up inside, huh? Because mommy hasn't been feeling good. So are you wanting to go on our walk today? You want to get out of the rut too? Are you in a rut? Huh? Oh, do you want to go for a walk? Okay, well, I take that as a yes. She's going to stand there and she's going to sit there patiently and wait for me. So I'm going to take you guys along with me today to get outside in the fresh air and just get out of this rut. There's a couple things that I need to do before we head out on our walk today. I need to get dressed. I need to throw in some laundry, so by the time that I'm back from our walk, then I'll be able to put them in the dryer. It should be done, and I need to unload the dishwasher. So without further ado, we're just going to go ahead and get this day started, get this going before I crash out and not want to do anything. So with this energy I have now, I'm going to just do it. I've been bedridden, sick, whatever, for the past 2 days now, kind of. I've been feeling like crap. You know when you like sleep on your neck weird and then you feel like you have like that pinched nerve? I literally have that today, and it is the most god-awful pain. Not even because it hurts, but because it's so stinking annoying, because like I'm trying to do stuff and I'm like, but then it like hurts. So hopefully out moving around and stuff, that'll loosen up a bit. But with that being said, let's get ready for our day. I'm probably gonna have to bundle up a little bit today because the weather, it is 57 out, but it is a little windy and there's a wind chill, so it feels like 47. So it's a little crisp today, so I'm probably gonna need to bundle up a little bit. I've come to realize that on colder days like this, I will wear something lighter underneath like my sweatshirt or whatever, just because if I'm going long distance and stuff, sometimes I will get like warm and I'm able to do that. But with that being said, are you ready to go? Are you ready to get this day started and go on an adventure? What you guys say? Kev Kissy? Kev Kissy? Kev Kissy? Oh, are you ready to go? Okay, let's go. Let's go. Okay, we have everything packed in the car. The majority of the stuff that I needed was already in our car, so we got our waters. I also have brought a little Gatorade for a little extra electrolytes, since I do feel like I'm like a tad bit dehydrated, so want to make sure I keep that in mind. Don't need me passing out. You're ready to go. Are you ready to go? Are you ready? All right, well, let's go. Okay, we've made it to my area. Sorry if it is a bit windy. There goes my keys. I am filming on my phone just because it's easier to handle, but I wanted to show y'all my little trick that I like to do when Paisley and I go on our walk. I have one of these like retractable leashes, and since it's kind of a hassle to like hold it the entire time, I like to take this and I wrap it around. I make sure I give her a little slack because I have a little bit of freedom, but I give her some slack, and then I'll just wrap it around my backpack. Look at that. Good as new. There's my little hack for y'all. Anyway, always keep my pepper spray on me because people got to know that I'm strapped. So I always put it in like my side pocket with the pepper spray sticking out. I have like this little thing I can unclip it. Gotta stay strapped. We're ready to go. It is definitely a windy one today. So if you hear the wind, I'm so sorry. I'm trying my best to cover so you don't hear it, but we're gonna go ahead and get started with our walk. So we just hit our mile 1 marker. So I'm just sitting here getting some water. I get Paisley some water, but y'all look at this view. Look how pretty this is. The world is so pretty and Paisley's over there doing her business, going potty. When we're at these stop areas, I always like to just let her off the leash and go about her business. Cause sometimes she needs to pee, sometimes she needs to take a dookie, whatever. Just kind of give her that little bit more freedom. This literally still has sand in it from our last walk. Bon appetit.
Mimi, look. Got you some waters.
Puppy ASMR, here you go.
All right, we're ready to load up, continue our journey. Good thing I brought extra water bottles because sometimes I don't go through a whole water bottle for Paisley. And I always make sure I bring more because I feel so bad if I ever ran out of water for her. Come on. Yeah. It was almost a bad day. I literally forgot her remote to her collar. This would have been a bad day if we would have lost this, Mimi. This would have been a bad day. Sorry, I'm out of breath. I made sure I incorporated jogging in today's hike because I need to start building my jogging running stamina. We are about to the car now, and by the time we get to the car, we're gonna be hitting 2 miles. And I think that's what we're gonna do today because my hip is acting up. I've had hip problems for a while. Your girl needs to get into the chiropractor. So definitely when I get home, I'm gonna need to roll it out, stretch, because I don't want to cause an injury or make anything worse. Plus, Monkey's pretty tired too. Don't want to overdo her today as well, since we're trying to get back in the swing of things after being sick. I think 2 miles is a good ordeal for the beginning of the week. I think it's a good start, and then we can just keep adding up. By the end of the week, I like to at least end with 4 miles. So Friday, I'm definitely going to be shooting for 4 miles, just so you know, you gotta end big, maybe more, I don't know. So we're just now getting back to the car. We're gonna load everything up, gonna head home. I need to stretch and roll out my hip and get a little after hike snack. How you feeling, girl? She's like, get me out. And it's starting to get a little toasty, so we're gonna head home now. Just got back home, got myself a little fruit cup. We got some grapes and pineapple. By far, one of my favorite little snacks to have after a hike or a workout or whatever. I have been on my grape crave lately. I don't know what it is, but grapes just taste 10 times better than they at any point in time in my life. But you know, it's a healthy food choice, so I'm not gonna complain about it. So I just got home. I'm gonna sit here, eat my fruit cup, and just kind of unwind for a second. When I got home, I changed my laundry, so I gotta kind of wait for that to be done. So I'm just gonna sit here and relax for a second before I continue with my day. I need to stretch and roll out my hip because my goodness gracious, she is a sore one. I'm at the doctor's right now. Also, I dyed my hair. Yes, I know. I feel like shit. I needed to get this figured out. It was just getting worse to the point where it's like annoying. Like, you know, when you're like sick, you're feeling like crap and it starts to get annoying and you're like, okay, I got something. That's where I'm at right now. So, do you hear the construction outside? Here's my lovely room. Beautiful.
Just waiting for the doctor to come in. That's why I'm talking quiet, because there are people all the way around and I don't need them thinking, who's this girl talking in here by herself? She needs to be in a loony bin, not the doctor's office. So now we wait. We wait.
Just got back from the doctor's office, changed back into comfier stuff. I was wearing leggings and I was not about to deal with that. So, looks like we might have a bigger problem health-wise. So basically I don't have bronchitis or any type of sickness along those sorts. The doctor was telling me that she's noticed that I've been in the doctor multiple times for like problems with like that chest pressure and just chest issues in general. Like I'm just, I was kind of just joking. I'm like, yeah, I'm prone to it. Not realizing it might be an actual problem. I can never get these dang things off. So, she was just taking my vitals and she was saying how my heart rate was pretty elevated this visit. I can't get this off. I'm gonna start freaking out. And that the last time I went there, I don't really remember exactly what it was. Sure, probably for chest stuff because I've been to that ER many times for my chest. You see that little dot is where they poked me. Anyway, she said the last time that I was there, they're surprised they didn't really say anything to me about it, but my sodium and my potassium levels were pretty low. So she wanted to get that checked again. So I got blood work done, obviously. Also wanted to get my thyroid checked because if I have issues and problems with my thyroid, that can like cause that chest discomfort and stuff that I tend to feel constantly. I guess not constantly, but I'm very prone to it. I've literally been to the ER because I thought I was literally having a heart attack because I was having so much chest pressure and discomfort that it was very comfortable and like concerning. And she's concerned because my heart rate was elevated. So I was kind of telling her how I've had issues with my heart in the past. Junior year, it was like in high school during track season is when I realized I had like issues, because I remember during track season our coach would like teach us how to like take our pulse, and I was like saying like 200, and they're like, okay, you're not doing that right. I was doing it right. So I had to wear like a heart monitor for a month and doing all these tests and stuff for my heart, EKGs, all of that, an echo. And they just said that I had SVT, which is basically where I kind of just have like heart palpitations. It's where like my heart just adds an extra beat or misses a beat. Let's get my thyroid checked, because if I have issues with my thyroid, this could be a lot of the causes of other health issues that like I've just been dealing with. But at the same time, it's scary. Did you just hear that little that was my dog farting. Anyway, at the same time, even though it's kind of scary to think about, I'm actually really glad I went today, because then I wouldn't have known any of this, because I had no idea the last time I was in the doctor. My sodium and potassium levels were really low. So I got labs done. She wanted to check my thyroid, all those levels, making sure everything's good since she was concerned. So this doctor definitely made me feel good and made me feel heard, knowing that, the issues that I might be having, there could be a bigger cause around it. So I'm gonna stay positive about it. I'm not gonna let my hypochondriac mind start going like, oh my God, what if I have thyroid cancer? No, chill out. There's like triggers to that, because I remember the doctor was saying, you are too young to be going through this. Going through what? Yeah, I know I deal with chest stuff, but now you're making me nervous. Anyway, that's just my hypochondriac self. So I'm supposed to be getting a call back from them today, either by the end of today, and if not, early tomorrow. So let's hope and pray to the Lord that they come back fine and I'm healthy and I'm just maybe have a little bit of inflammation. But if it does come back where I do have a little bit of issues with my thyroid, it would make a lot of sense, the issues I've been going through. So it's just a waiting game at this point. I am very hot and sweaty. So I'm just gonna relax the rest of the day. I think this is, where I'm gonna close off. And I'm just gonna rest, because that made my brain hurt and I don't want to start overthinking and vamp my anxiety thinking the worst scenario, because I tend to do that. So I'm just gonna chill out and not think about it until I get the call. Then I'm gonna be like thinking about it. I can't always just expect the worst. Gotta stay positive that the Lord has me in his hands and everything will be okay. But wanted to do a little update since I'm basically vlogging my life. So there's your little update of the doctor's office. Okay, y'all, it is very much later in the day. I'm starting to feel really crappy and I low-key didn't want that to happen. So I literally have just been kind of resting the rest of the day. I just chowed down some Chick-fil-A because I was freaking craving it. And now here I am. Currently have Queso's stream on. And I am probably gonna crochet. Before I close off the video, I wanted to show y'all. I used to crochet like all of the time, and then for some reason I took like a really long break. I just didn't touch any of my stuff. And so recently I've kind of picked back up the hobby and I have just been grinding. So I'm not going to unravel it all, but this is the pattern. I'm currently in the midst of making a blanket. We're not even close, but this is like the little cute pattern. It's like a little farmhouse blanket. So this is what I've been crocheting. I got through a whole thing of yarn, but I have more than one in this color because I knew damn well I was going to need more than one. I'll definitely, when I finish it in a future video, I'll show the final product. But I'm really wanting to get back into crocheting and maybe like making stuff for people. Maybe like starting a little small business. I feel like that would be pretty fun. I guess I can show this too. I actually crocheted this little bag as well. And you can like, there's like little ties in the front where you can tie it. I usually have it tied with a bow, but I had my crocheting stuff out. And I have all of my hooks and stuff for crocheting. You can see this one, my dog got to it, but literally the last week or so I have been grinding that blanket. I want to get it done, so I think literally I am going to close off the video here because I'm just going to relax the rest of the night. So if you guys are still here, be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and hit the subscribe button so you know each and every time that I post. Make sure to follow all of my other social medias. It'll be in the description below. Turn on the post notification bell so you know each and every time that I post. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. I'm starting to grind on my YouTube, so stay tuned for that. So your girl's back, so you better be ready for consistent videos. No more slacking. Also, look at my nails. Aren't these adorable? Anyway, I will see all of you beautiful people in my next video. Bye.